Okay, so that's the drawing done. So now I'm going to paint it. Now to paint it, it's a small little vignette again, so all you need to do, take a little bit of water, not too much, just going to add it. You just go round the house with the water, you don't actually paint the house with the water, so you just go round it like that, not too much, because it's only just a small little painting. Now I'm taking a little bit of ultramarine blue, don't need too much. I always put it out like that in a line. It's easier to work with the brush. So wet the brush, just have it nice and damp. I have enough water on here, so I'm taking some ultramarine and just small little bit like that. You can bring it down tight to the house, like that. I'm now going to work on the cottage, and I need a little bit of alizarin. This is going to make my shadowed areas, so only just a small bit of that. So I'm taking some alizarin and I'm mixing it with the blue. A little bit of water. So I have it there. So I'm now going to apply that to the cottage. I'm going to just go under the roof here like this. I'm just going to change to a smaller brush. And I want to get the reveal here and there, here. And I want to get this area here. Because the light is coming from this angle here, this is the angle the light is coming from, it means that everything on that side will be in shadow. So this gable then will be in shadow. Quickly paint the gable. Doesn't really matter about that because I'm going to put turf there. And then I just take a little piece on the that shows that it's on the ground. Just sort of gives it the lay of the land, like that. Just tidy this up. Now if you're very particular, you can get this little barge here, you can draw a little shadow down along there. That'll pick that up. And on the roof here. I'm now going to continue on now, and I'm going to just put in a small little bit of a mountain, just using the same colours, touch of the red and the blue, and I'm just making it a weak tone by adding more water. So the more water you add, the weaker it gets. So I'm going to put that tone here now. The sky is still a bit wet. That's a little bit on the red side for me. So I'm just going to add a little bit there. And again on this side here, just a slight little tone like that there. You don't have to go too far out, just that's plenty there. So that's our sky, these are our hills or mountains, and we have our shadows in here for the house. Now I'm going to concentrate now and get a little tone of yellow ochre for the roof. There's my yellow ochre. So I start with the roof and I bring the line across like this, and where the shadow is, just go over that, don't worry about it. And then just make sure that you're trying to achieve giving the impression of reeds or straw. So make sure your angles, you follow the roof down the angles like this here. That's very important. Now I'm going to take some burnt umber, and just a small little bit of that. I'm going to mix that there with a little bit of blue. Gives you a very dark tone, and that just goes underneath here, and when that hits the wet paint, as you can see, it runs. So push that up like this, and that gives you the impression then of the reeds or the straw of the roof. So just to finish it off then, I'm going to put a little bit of paint here for the window. Let's put my glasses on. Another little bit here. And finally here. Now you don't have to come down all the way, you can just leave a little bit like that there, just creates a bit of interest. I'm leaving a little gap here now so I can pick up. It's almost like you have a little line across there for the window. So there's our windows, door, there's our cottage, and then the final point, final little area, is our turf. We apply this. So I have burnt umber here. And then just ground it in, just ground it. So that's it. I've covered up my angle I didn't want to show. There's my turf, there's the cottage. So that's a traditional Irish cottage. We've done it from both angles, and with a little bit of paint and an imagination, you can create lovely little paintings.